Ahoy and hello, Tamara Lowry here, author of The Girl Who Fell from the Sky, The Adventures of Pig and Wolf Season 1, and the soon-to-be re-released Waves of Darkness series. Before I continue, please be sure to hit the subscribe button and ring the bell to get regular updates of this channel. You can also follow me on Facebook, WordPress, or Plurk. The links will be in the description below. As my self-introduction shows, I can't talk, but I'm an indie author. I write, I don't talk well. Currently I have 8 titles under my belt, 1 in my steampunk serial, The Adventures of Pig and Wolf, and 7 in my Waves of Darkness series. They are currently out of publication, but I am in the process of getting them back on the market. 2020 has been a rough year for indie authors and publishers. It's been has been a rough year for indie authors and publishers who rely on sci-fi conventions and literary conventions for the bulk of their business. As a service to them and fandom alike, I created a sort of virtual dealer's room on my WordPress site. I call it the Smugglers, Cove, and Hucksters Haven. And I posted the parent page for it back in 2018, February I believe it was. I used the info from business cards that I've collected at conventions over the past 11 years, and also practiced a little bit of Google Fu because some of the business cards didn't have all of the links that I was looking for to include as information. As my collection grew, I found myself having to expand to the sub pages under the parent page because it was just too much for one page. It helps keep everything organized and make searching easier. I did this both for myself so that I can find the information easier and for anybody who wants to utilize this part of my website. Author's Alley, for a matter of fact, has been divided into 3 pages so far because I've gotten so many. They are in alphabetical order, so that makes it a little bit easier. By author, not book, because there's way too many books. I do have to offer the caveat that some of the links on the website may not work anymore. Like I said, I've been collecting these cards for 11 years, and I have not had a chance recently to go through and re-verify links. When I do, I delete defunct links and try to find active links for them if possible, but also you have to consider that the vendors are people who rely on conventions for the bulk of their business, and sometimes they just can't make a go of it. It costs more to go to the convention than what they see in profit. So they shut up shop. This is one of the things that I'm hoping, having these links here so that people can find them easier if they can't make it to a convention, will help them stay in business, because some of these are really great people and they deserve a chance. On to the descriptions. Okay, Smugglers Cove and Hucksters Haven is the parent page for my virtual dealer's room. A lot of the links have been moved to individual categories now. However, there are 2 categories that I have kept on this page because the sparsity of the links. They are different conventions that advertise at the conventions I've gone to, so the links to contact them, and that makes that finding a little bit easier for those who aren't in this area but want something that's not too far away. And also the various entertainers and vendors that don't really quite fit into any of the other categories. For instance, the Chattanooga Roller Girls. What would you categorize that under other than entertainers? And there are a few interesting links there. So you might want to check that out. Okay, Authors Alley. I've met so many authors at conventions over the years. Some who are mainly in the traditionally published genres and all, well, who are traditionally published, I should say, don't always hand out business cards and stuff because their publishers and their publicists do their promoting and all. And they don't always set up shop in the dealer's hall except to do a round or two at the book signing table to sign books that people bring to them and all. But now the indie authors that I've encountered, oh my goodness, there are so many of them. It's like I said earlier, I had to expand this to 3 pages already, and I fully expect it to expand again. But be sure to check it out. You will find books in just about every genre available. Artist Alley. Okay. Let's face it. Visual arts associated with science fiction and fantasy and horror are really one of the main things that draw people in. In my Artist Alley, you're going to find a wide array of artists. They work in just about every medium you can imagine, from anything from 2-dimensional to 3-dimensional, comic book art, paintings, illustration, sculptures, anime out the wazoo, and of course some very disturbing movie props. You should see, I mean, the detail that some of the horror artists go to is amazing. And, as I said, very disturbing. Just look for the guy that had the zombie babies. That was weird. The arcade! Alright, here you're going to find games, gaming accessories, and gaming groups for everything from tabletop RPGs and online gaming to live-action roleplay. So, regardless of what type of game you're into, you will find supplies or groups to support you here. Fashions, accessories, and cosplay. Everybody loves cosplay. I go on a costume hunt with my camera every convention I go to. You know, because, I mean, even the people who just buy off the rack stuff, it's amazing to watch and see. And it's fun to see people in their real clothes instead of the disguises that we have to wear in the real world. But you're going to find everything here from costuming and stuff to fan-related. Because, like I said, this has accessories as well. So you're going to find clothing, corsets, jewelry, wearable art, sharp, pointy objects, and the safer foam mock-ups of various weapons of destruction. And fandom-related crafts and doodads, some of which might be cross-referenced in the Artist Alley, because they do sort of fit into both categories. Because you can look at it or you can wear it. Writing groups and author resources. In this one, I've listed various writing support groups that have attended the conventions, indie publishers that I've encountered selling in the dealer hall, and also on some of the panels on the writing and literary tracks, and freelance editors. Now, I do have to say, I've only listed the information here. Most of these people I have never worked with, so I cannot personally vouch for their business practices, quality, or reliability. I strongly urge all aspiring authors fully research publishers and editors before you contract with them, because I hate to say it, there are some out there whose business practices are a bit on the shady side, and of course the vanity press is out there that they're more interested in getting your money than helping you put out a quality product. So like I say, you do want to make sure that you find the right fit for you. So there you have the Smugglers Cove and Hucksters Haven. I receive no compensation for posting these listings. I don't get any kind of discount or special deals. I'm doing it mainly because I want to help support my tribe. I want to organize all of those business cards that I've got. I mean, I've got almost a drawer full of these things by now. And also, hopefully, this will generate some more traffic for my website. And if you go there to look at that, my thinking is you'll also want to check out what I've got to offer. So I hope that you've enjoyed this. I hope you find it useful and entertaining. And please don't forget to hit the subscribe button before you go on to the next cute cat video. Speaking of which, here's one from a few years ago of my 6-year-old cat, Cricket of Boundless Energy, when he was just a wee kitten with his mother, Bonsai. Thank you.
Cricket likes Mama's tail.